Well, it looks like folks are going to start standing up. Got a big protest coming up this weekend. And I hope y'all do well. Because this is definitely a fight for our country. This is not hyperbole. The courts are coming after his ass now. With full vigor, seems to be. I'm going to be writing a little something about that later. But y'all have to make sure that you don't allow them to separate what we got going on here. As the citizens of this country, we've all got our part. Now, the people who look like me, we fought to get us here. And we passing the baton. Because as fellow Americans, fellow citizens, we have to protect each other. We have to realize the enemy that's within. We see them. We see what they're doing. See, they start out with little bites. You know, we just tell them that we're getting rid of the illegal immigrants, the violent, the blah, blah, blah. And then we pick the lie up once they get us in the office. And once we get in there, the judges done already gave me a little bit of leeway, and we'll push the shit out of these issues. Find all of these laws from back in the 1700s, in the 1800s, and let's pretend like they apply to today. See, only the mind of a fool would believe that this country is the same thing that it was 1700, 1800s, even the 1900s. I can guarantee you it ain't nothing like it used to be. I can guarantee you that. And I can guarantee you that the people that you see in office right now are exactly the people who were less than. You see them. This is an exact replica. It's a recycle of the same incompetence. See, this country would not be what it is if it wasn't for the strength of the people who look like me. Because we were the only ones capable of building this nation. You look at the people that are running this country right now. Pick one that could use a hammer. Pick one who could build a house, farm land. None of them. None of their descendants and none of their ancestors could do what the people who look like me and the people that we're calling the enemy in China. They're the ones who knock holes in the mountains. not the people who look like you. We built this country, not people who look like you. It's just a natural fact that you are the weaker of the humanoids. You're the weakest. But you're also the most ruthless because of that inferiority. You have to come up with another way of winning. And see, your short-term gain, because 250 years, and I mean, in as far as the comparison to China, 5,000-year-old civilization, we're only 250. So see, it's still fresh in people who look like me. In our minds, we know who built this. And we know who's trying to hide that. So, the lies of your legacy are what have us here. They led you to believe the people who look like me were an enemy. And because of the conditioning that you have been subjected to, you still have that slave owner mentality. So that's what you have to break. It's up to you to break that. The only ones who can stop racism are people who look like you. Because, to be quite honest, people who look like me, we don't study y'all and what y'all doing until you start going out of your way to do something to the less marginalized. Once you become the bully, then we get loud. We'll get in the way. We'll be a shield. Because that's what community does. That's what nationalism does. They look out for everybody else in the community, everybody else in the country. They don't try to figure out ways of destroying their fellow citizens like your administration is right now. So you have to understand, China ain't trying to attack us. China doesn't have bases all over the world. Only the United States. The United States is always antagonizing people, as you can see, because their antagonism ain't working around the world, so now they got to come in and they got to try to put the fear back into the citizens so that we'll blindly follow that patriotism. It's all fake. That patriotism is as fake and as your legacy. And the best thing for us to do is remove this wannabe king and all his court. Allow the law to handle their shit. And we take our country back. And then we work in lockstep as a country. Not as black Americans and white Americans, not as immigrants, but as fucking Americans. Because that's what this country is. Immigrants. Well, most of y'all. Now, hell, all y'all, except us. But we'll welcome you. As long as you're showing people respect and honestly honoring what that Constitution says will be, we'll regain our respect. Now, we ain't gonna have that same bully power that we have. But we'll have, and our children will have, and our grandchildren will have a much better life. We have to eliminate the racist. We have to eliminate that thought that one is better than the other. Because it's the human race, period. Complexions will change. It's a natural order. So if your emphasis, their emphasis, wasn't so much on whiteness, imagine how far this country'd be by now. But see, when you can't handle the power that is bestowed on you, what do they say? With great power comes great responsibility. There is no responsibility being taken by anybody in this administration. Everybody has a reason that they have to do something to somebody else. Not for somebody else, to somebody else. This is the divided states of America for a reason. They don't have no power if it ain't divided. That's why everything red state, blue state, Republican, Democrat, no choices. You can go to Ben & Jerry's and get 51 flavors, but you can't go to the balloting box and get any more than 2. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, get on out there, carry the baton. We'll keep hitting them financially. And y'all get in them streets and let them know that you don't believe that we're going down the right path to be America. We're here. We ain't going nowhere. But it's your turn to carry the baton. There's more of you than there are of us. It looks a lot different to them when you do it. Be loud. Be obnoxious. Don't be violent. Just be loud. Just like you have been. You've been doing good for a new group. Just keep that bob wheel moving. Just keep it moving. We ain't going nowhere. When you show us you ready to change America and move it on forward, we'll be there. We ain't afraid of work. And we ain't afraid of being human. So y'all just keep on pushing. This little quiet elevation. Let's elevate.